Iron, huh? See the way it sounds off coming away from it?
I don't know. It's probably got some silver inside of it. There's a lot of pyrite in this ore. And that does pick up silver, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's silver all over this area here. A lot of pyrite too.
But it sounds off coming away from it. So it's an iron signal.
Hello everyone, I'm Ernie and I'm so glad you're here with us today. Today I am with
Don from the Red Wing Mine.
And Don had come all the way up from Placerville. The Red Wing Mine is in Placerville in California. And Don wanted to bring some ore samples, some mother lode samples to me to process at the Stagecoach Mill. And so I met him here in Virginia City on the Comstock Lode. And we are here where Henry Comstock and the other two gentlemen first located their gold and silver on the Comstock Lode. We spent a little bit of time picking up some samples for Don to take back to Placerville because this ore is different from what he brought up here. And we're so glad you're here with us today. And we're going to get into this episode and let's get to it. I am back at the Stagecoach Mill and I want to show you the mother lode ore that Don had brought to me, and let's go check it out. Here is our mother lode gold that we received from Don from the Red Wing Mine in Placerville, California. I did separate these. I classified them down into smaller sizes. It's because there are different projects that I want to do with this ore, and that is the whole reason why I did break these down. They look really good to work with. But in this pile here, we have some with some specimen gold in them. You can see it under the microscope, but these pieces here, the specimen gold are big enough where you can see it with your eye. These are the pieces of ore that had the specimen gold in it at the beginning of this segment. Here is the ore that we're going to work with today. I'm going to classify these down, and with the fines, I'm going to pan them out and see how much precious metals we get out of that. And then we're going to run the rest of the material through the chain mill, and we will pan that out and find out how much gold we get out of our mother lode ore from Placerville, California, from the Red Wing Mine. Here we have our 5-gallon bucket with 3 classifiers. We have a 1/4 inch classifier, an 1/8 of an inch, and a 1/16 of an inch classifier. We're going to separate the material, all the material that goes through the 1/16 of an inch classifier. I'm going to pan that out, and the rest I will check visually to see if there's any gold inside the ore. And after that, I will run my Gold Monster 1000 metal detector over the material to see if there is any gold inside this ore before we crush it up. Here is our material that we just classified, and I'm going to check them out to see if there's any visible gold inside this material. This amount of gold is not too bad for 1.5 pounds of ore that was swept off the bottom of the floor of the mine. Before we get to crushing our material, I wanted to clean out this chain mill so that way we will not have any contamination from the last project that we just did. And we have 16 3/4 pounds of ore that we were going to crush up with the chain mill and then pan the material out. I want to apologize for not having the video of crushing the ore. I just don't know what happened to that video. But nonetheless, we do have our crushed ore, and I do want to say that I did add in 1 3/4 pounds more ore in, so we are now working with exactly 20 pounds of ore. I didn't want to bore you with the redundancy of panning, so I'm not going to show you any of the panning, but I did want to show you this oil that is floating on top of the water. I did ask Don about it, and he said that it is most likely oil from the black slate that's in the ore. Don's father said it's always a good sign when you have this oil boiling up from the material because it's a good indication of getting gold. And getting gold we did. These are just 2 pans of the 7 pans we got out of that 20 pounds of ore. This is the final amount of Mother Lode gold that we got from the Red Wing mine in Placerville, California. We still have another 30 pounds of Mother Lode ore to work with. I want to say a big thank you to Don, who is the claim owner of the Red Wing mine in Placerville, California, for this ore. It's been a great pleasure just to work with this 20 pounds of ore. We finished just in time because this thunderstorm has just hit us. Well, this wraps up this episode of us getting our gold from the Red Wing Mine and the Mother Lode Gold from Placerville, California. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you enjoyed this episode, I encourage you to spank that like button and to share this on your channel, so for those who can't get out may be able to enjoy this episode on your channel. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, I would love to encourage you to subscribe to our channel and to become part of our AU family. We would love to have you in the family. We're so thankful that you're here. We deeply appreciate your support, and we will see you on the next one.